In this part of the story, demons are terrorizing good people, the creatures of the forest are afraid, children can't play together, and everyone has to stay 6 feet apart. Wait, no, that's not part of the story. That's what's happening to us. But story or reality, fear is only ever overcome by hope and courage. You can find the link to part 1 in the description. Hello everyone, and welcome again to the world's second ever, drumroll please, Storytime with Kaya. Today we will be reading chapter 2 from The Adventures of Rama by Milo Cleveland Beach. The moment Vishnu had made his decision, a tower of flame burst up from Dasaratha's ceremonial fire. For one instant, the entire world seemed as bright as the sun. The crowds rose in terror and there was confusion everywhere. The flames whirled and spun into a pillar of fire that cooled into a gigantic man-like creature. He held a bowl, which he handed to the king, and with a voice louder than nearby thunder, he commanded that Dasaratha give the contents of the bowl to his wives to drink. Then he vanished, and the ceremony was finished. The queens eagerly drank from the bowl, and soon 4 sons were born: Rama, Bharata, Lakshman, and Shatrugna. They grew up brave and handsome, beloved both by their father and by the people of the kingdom. Rama, however, was everyone's favorite, and Lakshman was his constant companion. One day, when the boys were 16, the aged Vishvamitra came to court. He, too, was a holy man, and he had traveled from a distant land. As any just and generous king would, Dasaratha welcomed him and promised him whatever he might wish. Vishvamitra quietly said he was being tormented by Ravana and was no longer able to perform his prayers. Ravana continually sent demons and ogres to stamp on his ceremonial fires, blow away his prayer books, and steal offerings he made to the gods. The king asked how he could help, and Vishvamitra humbly begged for Rama, saying that he needed a strong and virtuous youth to chase the demons away from his hermitage. Dasaratha was stunned. He had waited so long for a son, and he could not bear the thought of life without Rama at his side. But he knew that he had to fulfill the sage's request, for he had made a promise that he would grant anything which Vishvamitra asked. Since Dasaratha could not dissuade Vishvamitra, Rama, followed as always by Lakshman, left with the frail old ascetic. The king wept. They traveled over mountains, along rivers, and through woods, sleeping sometimes with forest hermits, sometimes just under piles of leaves. Because Rama and Lakshman were still young, they thought this was an exciting adventure, and from Vishvamitra they had learned many things as they walked. He warned them that they would certainly meet demons, and that one lived along the very path they were following. This was the evil Taraka, and they knew when they were near her forest home. The sky had gradually become gloomy, and the air heavy and dank. Then all birds and animals disappeared. Rama, who did not know how to be afraid, became more alert and attentive than ever before. It was still. The only sound were those of twigs snapping as they moved continuously forward. Yet Taraka heard the travelers. She was a huge spotted monster, and she rushed at them, hissing and snarling and hurling rocks. Rama tried to scare her off, but when Vishvamitra begged him to kill her, Rama refused. No matter what, Taraka was a woman and therefore entitled to respect. But then her attacks became so vicious that Rama had no choice. He quickly and easily shot her with an arrow, and as she died, the forest again sprang to life. Taraka had been beautiful and gentle as a child, She married and had a son, Maricha, but her husband soon died, and both Taraka and the child went mad with grief. Unable to control their emotions, they jealously attacked the sages and ascetics who had learned such control. But they made a mistake when they threatened Agastya, the greatest of holy men. He condemned Taraka to appear to others always in a shape that matched her inner feelings. Infuriated even further, she became a fiend, with hanging breasts and fiery eyes, while Maricha was transformed into an ugly giant. Together they had raged through the woods, causing senseless destruction. Yikes. The gods and forest animals applauded Rama's deed, for it rid the world of an evil demon and proved his strength and bravery. The gods sent weapons and armor to the youths to give them divine protection for future battles. The journey continued, and as the days passed, the heat grew more and more intense. Heavy blossoms hung limply from the trees, and streams dried up from the lack of rain. Vishvamitra was exhausted when they finally arrived at his home, but he wanted to begin his prayers again immediately. Although it was now the very hottest part of the summer, which in India is very hot indeed, he built a ring of fire and sat in the very center, proof for the gods that he could endure any hardship in his devotion to them. See you for the next chapter. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please like it. If you love this video, please love it. And if you didn't like it, this pandemic does not need your negativity. So keep your thoughts to yourself.